The upcoming general election in the UK, which is scheduled for July, could delay the implementation of critical crypto policies. And so in this video, we're going to look at how the potential for a change in government and the Labour Party's ambiguous stance on digital assets, the future of crypto regulation remains uncertain. Today's episode is sponsored by Cake Wallet, where you can send, receive, and even exchange your crypto right from within the wallet. Cake Wallet is open source and non-custodial, so you control your own private keys, available today on iOS, macOS, Android, and Linux. And StealthEX, a privacy-centric crypto exchange which enables you to make crypto-to-crypto exchanges anonymously. Good morning everybody, and a warm welcome again back to Enter Crypto with me, Chris Kenyon. Now in today's video we're going to be looking at how the general election coming up in July could potentially delay the crypto regulation that the Conservatives have been trying to push through. They've actually been trying to get this not just pushed through but rushed through before July, so that they could have this in place. Just in case they lose, we would still have, they'd still have their laws in place after they lost. So as always, guys, let's jump straight into this article, see what we can learn, and then we'll comment after. So British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was required to announce a general election in the UK before January 2025, but his decision to hold one in July could push back the implementation of crypto policies in the country. Speaking to Cointelegraph at the Consensus Conference in Austin on May the 30th, CryptoUK board advisor Ian Taylor said the July the 4th election would likely delay crypto regulatory policy in the country through the Financial Services and Markets Act by a matter of months. The UK government initially announced plans to present a regulatory framework for crypto and payment stablecoins in July before any election. "It's not great," said Taylor, referring to the delay of UK crypto policy. "Asia and Europe are way ahead of the game. The election could shake up party control of the UK government, potentially leading to changes in crypto policy down the road." The Conservatives have been the primary governing party in the UK since 2010, but many polls suggested that the Labour Party under Keir Starmer could replace the current government after the election. The worst case scenario under a new government is the highly unlikely probability that they see crypto as really bad and say this isn't a priority, said Taylor. "The message we've seen thus far is they supported decisions in favour of crypto. Holding the next general election in July means that before either party takes control of the UK government, it will have a summer recess and later enter party conference season. The House of Commons will be in recess from May the 30th to July the 4th. And for much of September and October, according to Taylor, these delays could mean that crypto regulation is not going to get real activity for months." Unlike many members of Parliament associated with the Conservative Party, Labour leadership has made few, if any, public statements either for or against digital assets, and Lisa Cameron, a pro-crypto lawmaker who served as a Conservative MP from 2015 to 2024, said in October she would not be standing at the general election. Across the pond in the US, the rhetoric around crypto and policies over central bank digital currencies seem to be more of a political issue as the 2024 presidential election approaches and held on November the 5th, Guy Fawkes Day. The expected candidates for the leading political parties are current US President Joe Biden and now convicted felon Donald Trump. So, what we're talking about here is what happens if there's a delay. Now, I did cover this a little bit in a previous video about a week and a half ago, but I just want to expand on that and make sure we understand properly what this actually means for the crypto industry. And this is obviously only in the UK. So remember, crypto is global, and so anything that we're talking about here in this video is just in the UK. And probably won't actually affect crypto in general, but this is more about its effects on crypto users in the UK, because that's quite important. So some of the positives that might come out of a delay, we associate any sort of delay with anything as being negative, but actually when it comes to lawmakers and making decisions, especially on something as novel as crypto, this is a new technology. And as far as governments are concerned, they've never even seen anything like this before. So they don't even know, how to regulate it. They don't know what it is, a lot of them. how it works. They just don't know. And so they're all learning, just like we're learning. It's new to us as well, obviously, as users. It's just that we have an interest in it. I think if governments had a choice, I think they could push a button to make it go away, they would. But they don't have that option now. The genie is out of the bottle. And so they're just going to have to deal with crypto. They can't get rid of it, so they're going to have to try and unregulate it. So any delay in implementing crypto policies that the Conservatives tried to put one of the positives here, it'll allow more time for thorough consultation. This will be with industry experts, stakeholders, even, the general public like you and me will get more chance or more time to say what we think, our opinions. So this is, and in the end, this will lead to a more balanced, hopefully anyway, and effective regulatory framework that will address some of the complexities of the crypto market and how that's going to fit in with the UK law and regulatory environment. As you can imagine, with more time, we'll have clearer guidelines and protections for users, meaning that the government will actually be able to, have time to put the information out there better, about the laws and what we're supposed to actually be following. It'll also give us more time to understand what they want us to do, so that there's no risk of fraud on our part. We could end up breaking laws that we don't even know exist. So this way we are more educated as well. We've got more time at least to educate ourselves, which lowers the risks for breaking the law for us as well. And I mean, just in general, a well thought out regulatory approach by the government, which time permits, more time will allow them to do that, can actually enhance consumer confidence in digital assets, only within the UK. So it could encourage wider adoption and investment, like that. But one of the more important points that this will actually, address is that we're going to get, if it continues and if we get a delay, I would imagine we'll get more public awareness, because elections, just like what's happened in the US recently, we've seen that crypto becomes more and more important for ensuing discussions about crypto policies, for example. They can even act as a catalyst for educating people in the public. It can draw people in, especially young people who want to learn about digital assets and their potential benefits, because everybody's sick of this whole inflationary debt-based fiat system. It's just a big Ponzi scheme run by the governments, and young people especially are seeing that, do I want to live like this in 10 years knowing that my purchasing power will have gone down? I have to get a pay rise every year just to survive, just to stay equal, just to stay the same and have the same quality of life. So, or do I just want to live, if I get a pay rise, I want my actual life to get better. Whereas under this system, we're always getting worse and worse because of inflation. The price of things are going up every single year. The circulating supply of pounds, euros, dollars, whichever government currency you want to talk, is always going up. So it disincentivizes savings, and young people are getting used to this idea and thinking, this is not good for my future. Is there another option? And crypto is that option. Any delay to all this will also give the media an opportunity to cover it. So we'll probably get increased media coverage, which sometimes, not always, it depends on which media outlets covering crypto, obviously. But it can demystify crypto for a lot of people if it's used properly. We get more the public can be more informed, meaning they can make better financial decisions. But the best thing about all this is that this, greater awareness in this way can actually put pressure on political parties to take clear stances on crypto, because that's what we want. We need to know who, what do they stand for? Where are they going? What do they want for crypto? What are the laws going to be if they get voted in? And then we can vote for them, or not, if the case may be. So this, and it's becoming increasingly important. We've got Donald Trump now talking about crypto almost daily. If he gets into power, what he's going to do with crypto and how he's going to, regulate and blah, blah, blah. And I think we're just a little bit behind. That's all in the UK, and it's going to be the similar thing, I would think, because there's a massive amount of young people that would vote for somebody if they were crypto friendly. You know, because crypto is becoming more and more important to the younger generations that might not normally be bothered to vote even. So there's a lot of people there that can actually swing an election their way if they can get on the younger voters' side. Now, there is negatives to a delay as well. I don't want to make it sound like it's really, it's a great thing that things are being delayed, because that's not the case. As the guy said in the article, if there was a delay, we'd be lagging behind other regions like Asia and Europe. They've really advanced with their crypto regulations, and so the UK kind of risks falling behind in this sort of global race for leadership in the digital asset space. Now, if we do fall behind in this regulatory clarity, it could result in the UK missing out on attracting top crypto talent and other investments that may prefer jurisdictions with established frameworks. But I don't think that's as important. I don't think we're going to miss out. I think we either regulate it or we put a delay and make a plan to regulate it. Any of these options is better than bad regulations and being, anti-crypto or not crypto friendly, because that would be, that'd be really awful. Because then other businesses and even individuals would leave the UK to set up in more friendlier jurisdictions, and that would actually be bad for the UK, because the UK then would lose that competitive edge that it may have been able to leverage before. So that'll reduce its influence in actually shaping global crypto standards and policies. So it's actually the UK that loses out in this instance. It's not crypto, because crypto is global, so it's not gonna lose out if the UK, what happens between Labour and the Conservatives in these national elections within the UK means nothing to crypto, because it's global. It's such a tiny thing. So it's important that we get it right in the UK, so that crypto comes to us. So that's the article for today, guys. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notifications bell so that you don't miss out on any future updates. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.